shalom, everyone. What the Jewish tradition says, first and foremost, that's relevant for this is that saving a life takes precedence over almost every other commandment in Jewish tradition.
And so what does my faith then say about organ and eye and tissue donation? Well, it says that our bodies are gifts to us. It says that we should steward those gifts well. But they're flesh and not spirit. Our spirit goes on to the eternal care of God when our time on earth is finished.
We believe in the future resurrection of the body. Donation in no way minimizes God's ability to resurrect the body or ashes and create that new body, that heavenly body that we all look forward to, that He promises.
And in living life in a sacrificial spirit, with a sacrificial spirit, whatever it takes, even in death, to sustain life for someone that we leave behind, to me is a gift that we give even when we're gone.
And that's what organ donation is. It's a personal sacrifice to save and prolong the life of someone else. And the scripture does say greater love has no person than to lay their life down for another.
It has brought so much joy to my life to see friends that I love so much wait for an organ. And when they get the news that they found a kidney or a heart, and to experience the joy in their souls that someone has given them life or a lifeline. It personally is just, it's sort of a celebration of a miracle to me.
And so for those people who are waiting and for their families who are waiting, to know that you and I are willing, to know that their faith community is walking along with them, supporting them, knowing that their life matters. It matters to God. It matters to us. It should be something that we can steward forward of our own bodies if something should happen.
And Psalm 21 begins by saying, I lift my eyes up, and what do you see? And that is my way of visioning hope. That whatever you see when you lift your eyes up, and that line between where you are now in this place of despair and trouble, and what is beyond that you might hold on to get there, like a donor, like a potential transplantation, is what will give you hope, or what may give you hope to get there.
And I think it's also important for us to help people understand there's still a purpose for their lives. And a lot of folks get in that dismal place when they're struggling with any kind of huge crisis issue, but especially when it could be end of life. If you don't get the kidney, you could die. If you don't get these lungs, you could die. So why am I here? What's my purpose? Has God abandoned me? So to continue to breathe hope into the fact that, our days don't look like we think they might look, but it doesn't mean God isn't a part of the process.
Let me tell a story about my oldest grandchild, our grandson, Joseph. He had a medical emergency at 2 weeks old with his heart. He is fine now at age 9, and we're thankful for that. But what we discovered during that was that he only had one kidney. He lives at a higher risk of kidney damage or kidney failure. What do you think I would do if my grandson needed a kidney? I would storm heaven and hell for a kidney for my grandson. There are people all over the United States in the same shape. We ought to do for them what we can do for them. Or certainly if it was one of our family members, we would want someone to do that.
That organ donation is the paradigm and the picture and the portrait of Christian sacrifice, and one of the virtues that Jesus taught that supports that whole dynamic of organ donation.
Your choice to donate is truly a gift, and it is good stewardship of the vessel that God has entrusted to you. And your gift can radically alter the life of another.
So donation, as far as I'm concerned, is a commandment, and it's a commandment of the community. Mitzvah has wrapped in it, in terms of a Hebrew word, something that we do together that connects us with other people. So you might say that organ donation is the quintessential literal mitzvah.
We look at science and spirituality as contradictions, that God does not have anything to do with science, that they are contradictions. But practical reality tells us that they are not contradictions, they are correlatives, that they are two ends of the same pole.
Really, I appreciate the whole organ donation offering, simply because it touched me so closely with my special daughter. She wouldn't have lived the last 3 years of her life if someone hadn't given her lungs. And so I'm deeply grateful for that.
And of course, our faith says, behold, here's a new creation. And so just as we shift and change and grow in this life and in the next, it's a gift that we can share with one another. So I hope that it is a gift that we can offer others too. And I hope that you all will consider being a donor.
I'll end the way I opened. I opened by greeting everyone with shalom. But let me just say something about shalom for a moment, because shalom does mean hi and bye, but what it really means at the root of that Hebrew word is wholeness. And so when it's about wholeness and not perfection, then I think in the context of organ donation, which is typically a situation where there's brokenness, and that's the need for whatever organ we're talking about. And again, we have the opportunity, we have the privilege to be a blessing in that way of making someone, making a situation, making the world more whole, more a place of shalom.